Okay, welcome back again to some 0k action. It's going to be a 3 versus 4 on the map Sail Away, and as you can see it's a pretty nice mixture of land, well, islands, some cliffy bits and a bit of water. So there we go. Very diverse map, I suppose you could say. Well, more diverse than some maps anyway, and how often do you get to see naval maps for that matter. Anyway, let's skip the pre-game chatter, and yeah, it is a 3 versus 4. Got myself, Lightman, ZZ McGee, and Zankar on the bottom. Now we should have a second commander spawning in. There we go, for myself, just to compensate for the fact that they've got 4 commanders amongst 4 players. And okay, so he actually wanted me to give his commander, oh sorry, wanted me to give my commander earlier on. I don't think I actually noticed that, unfortunately, so I think I'll actually be using one of them for the time being before I actually give it to him. As for opponents, we got, okay, not too surprising, got Hovercraft by Lord Zoldukas, ships for Skin 36, and Amphibs for Killer. And hopefully for opponents, Black Shepherd is going to be going as Air. Okay, yep. So is Black Shepherd going to go as Air? I don't know. In either case, I've already put down the shipyard, and there we go. Already gave him the commander and the shipyard as well. So whoopsie long. Hopefully his intention was to build his own shipyard, and instead of planes, we've got gunships. A better choice would have been to go for planes. I don't know why the hell Zankar thought it'd be better to go for gunships instead. Especially on a big map like this. I mean, at least one of us should have gone as planes. Gunships, I mean, they're a pretty nifty little... Whoa. Okay, what the hell is up with the texture on this thing? Huh, interesting. Anyway, gunships are... Okay, I don't think it's meant to look like that, damn it. Might be a bug or something. Textures and anything else seem to be alright. Huh, very strange. Well, anyway... Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, gunships, I mean, they can be pretty useful, but really, fixed-wing aircraft take priority over gunships the vast majority of the time, especially on a massive fucking map like this. I mean, what the fuck was he thinking going for gunships instead of aircraft? I've got no idea. Well, in any case, according to Killer, ships are useless. I'm not 100% sure if they're really going to be useless, because there is, well, quite a bit of water around here. I mean, granted, scallops, which Killer is going to be spamming by looks of things. That's right. Look at him indeed. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, scallops, which are, yeah, pretty nifty little... Damn it, why the hell is this jerking around like that? But anyway, yeah, scallops are pretty nifty little torpedo amphibs, but yeah, at the same time, I believe in terms of cost effectiveness, I'm pretty sure that just pure naval craft should be much more cost effective than just going for scallops. So if you go for stuff like hunters, serpents, and whatever that other sniper submarine's called, I think that would be more cost effective than amphibs. At the same time though, amphibs are great for going on and off land, and as you can see, this map is definitely a combination of the two. So ultimately I think having both amphibs and pure naval is probably the way to go, which is what both teams seem to be yeah, indeed, which both of these teams seem to be going for. Although we got the addition of Hovercraft as well, actually, which is, I believe, no one on our team is going as Hovercraft, which probably not entirely necessary. What the hell? We'll see how that factors in. And of course, here come the scallops by Killer. Looks like he's just going for pure scallops. I believe what I'm actually going for is a mixture. So I actually got the scallops and ducks still. I probably should be cutting out the ducks actually, but well, there we go. I suppose they'll come in handy for sniping these Masons, hopefully without getting sniped in return. Banshee's also coming in, scouting around. Unfortunately they will get hit by the Razor, and well, they do manage to take out Raider Tower at the very least. Won't really be able to do much more really. In fact, Zenko should just be retreating them basically. And yet we actually do have Black Shepherd going for fighters as well. For some reason he's not actually producing anything. He literally has not produced any fighters at all actually, which is kind of bizarre. In the case the battle lines are being drawn up, we're managing to take our half, same with the opponents. And as you can see, it does appear to be an asymmetrical map actually, so it does make things a bit more interesting, to say the least. A couple of ships at the front for ZZ McGee, even though they'll be more cost effective than the Scallops. Problem is though, these Typhoons won't be able to do anything against the Scallops, so yes. Oh dear, it looks like we went to a bit of the wrong unit combination there. Typhon's not being able to do anything, and unfortunately the Hunter just completely outnumbered there. Oh, okay. And it looks like quite a bit of lag happening as well. I'm not actually hosting the game myself, it's being hosted by one of those auto hosts. And yep, large target indeed. We actually got a Crow for Zankar, I suppose. Well, it's not such a bad idea. It'll take a bit of time to get out, but I suppose compared to the other gunships he can put out, it's better than nothing. And as for myself, yeah, just continuing to go on with a combination of Ducks and Scallops. Opponents, they do have the proper defences set up, so I won't just be able to poke in and take them out. Although, actually no, never mind, wait a minute, there is actually an opportunity here. I can skirt around, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I can skirt around and just go up here to do a bit of damage, and there's basically no defences except for these maces. Too bad I didn't bring in some Scallops there as well actually. Oh well. Still, yeah, that would have been an interesting opportunity to go after them like that, but nope, instead I'm going for the enemy's front door basically, and unsurprisingly it ain't working too well with Raiders. Indeed, what a plan indeed. But anyway, it does look like Black Shepherd has made, wow, a whole Crane and an Avenger, which at least he could use for, oh there we go, and a Shadow as well, which, but in any case he could use the Avenger to scout us out. We don't really have too much in terms of anti-air, probably because we haven't really seen any aircraft, but with this bomber coming in, going to hopefully be alerted to the fact, and hopefully we're going to actually react to it as well. Ships indeed, ships ahoy. Let's see, a couple of my Scallops as well versus Hunters and Shredder, even a Typhoon as well by Skin 36. Huh. Indeed. Will they actually win it so easily? Well, we'll just have to see, wait and see what happens. What the hell are these guys doing? Why aren't they shooting, for fuck's sake? Okay, according to these circles, these guys... Okay, at least this Hunter should be in range, but... Okay. Indeed. Yeah, I've noticed that actually. Quite a few people seem to be using the word nab rather than noob. Whatever. In any case, our opponents, well, they've still got their work cut out for them. As you can see, they're trying to flank around, and my Ducks are doing a pretty good job shooting hovercraft. Yeah, one of the recent changes was yeah, the fact that torpedoes can now hit hovercraft, which makes them, I don't know, the fact that, the problem is for hovercraft they can't actually hit underwater units at all, so the fact that they can hit them but they can't hit them back, I don't know, it's a bit of a strange way of balancing things up, to say the least. Indeed. Yeah, well, what can you do? And I actually got my own Scallop actually wandering up here, so... I'll just take one of these guys then. Okay, well, apparently they can actually go up certain cliffy bits. Wouldn't have expected that. I'll be damned. Unstoppable, really. We'll see about that. Sonic Blaster Commander as well with a quick shield by the looks of things. And a couple of torpedoes, so nothing too fancy there, but yeah, it does have a personal shield, so that'd be much more of a pain in the ass to take out. And of course Black Shepherd are going to be going for targets of opportunity with his stealth fighters, and well, why not actually? We still don't have much when it comes to anti-air. We've actually got a quick Warlord being built, which is kind of surprising. A couple of boys for myself. Could do with a couple of Anglers, even though they're pretty expensive. They should be pretty good when it comes to anti-air. Or we could just build up, you know, static anti-air in general. I mean, come on, man. It's like as if we don't have the build power to do so. Oh well, and as my own commander, he is actually upgraded completely. What does he have on him? Torpedoes, A-cell, field radar, bizarre enough, auto repair. Okay, yep, auto advanced targeting systems, as well as drones as well, just to fly above him. Didn't give him a nanolife though, so he's not going to construct any faster, but he should be able to remain relatively far out of the enemy's field of fire. Although let's just have a look actually. I didn't want to select that, I wanted to select the freaking commander. So 454. Whoops. And 460. So unfortunately they do still outrange me. Not by too much though, and wow, talk about being a bit foolhardy, setting up an urchin pretty much on their front line. I really should have set up a few a little bit further back. And is he going to be set up in time? Nope, the urchin's just going to take too much damage, and yeah, it doesn't even get a shot off. And now my commander's in loads of trouble as well. What the fuck am I doing? Wow, okay. I managed to get him out of there just barely. Yep, I do manage to get him out of there just barely. My own stuff coming in. Why the hell do I even have boys out actually? Where clearly this is going to be a mostly underwater battle where these boys are basically going to be completely useless. Indeed. Well, at least we do have our own hovercraft, I guess, my good old ZZ. In fact, he's actually got 3 different factories and a Strider hub as well to build our first capital ship of the game by the looks of things. Going to be a battleship. Probably, I think I would have preferred maybe a carrier instead, but well, whatever. We'll see what happens. Okay, so what the hell was that? Well, something's shooting at the commander, gets taken out. I think the Crow should be able to take him out pretty handily. We'll see what happens though. Zanka should just fly over him and drop his cluster bombs actually. Indeed. But nope, he's actually just going to whittle down this level 4 commander. Let's just see what he's actually got. Okay. Well, nothing too special except for the disruptor ammo. And there we go, he actually does get whittled down. And yeah, Warlord also coming in, going to be an interesting choice. Actually, I probably shouldn't have gone for a Strider hub at all now that I think of it, because this thing cannot attack underwater, so yeah. Indeed, yeah, just going to rush it, and we don't really have too much to reply to that. My commander's been taken out as well. Just having a look at the radar view. They do actually have their own Serpent sniper submarine, so definitely going to do a great job in well, apparently in rushing to the front lines to snipe out my stuff when really he should be hanging back, but there we go, now he's going to be hanging back himself. Yeah, my stuff, yeah, I don't have as many scallops. I'm pretty sure I don't have as many scallops as my opponent does. I suppose the Warlord is whittling down the shields, which I guess is pretty good, but really our Destroyer could have done that as well, so yeah, as you can see, there's just the Warlord's shots, they just can't reach underwater to damage the scallops. Unfortunately, the battleship ain't going to be able to do too much, to say the least. We at least do have crap loads of resources being pumped into the amphib factory. Just having a look actually, the enemy team does have a slight economic lead though, but hopefully we'll be able to do something about that, especially the amount of scallops that are being pumped out. My god, man. It's just going to be gathered up into a group, it seems, before they go forward. I'm trying to delay my opponents as much as possible, now being reduced to using boys. Not really sure why the hell I'm even using that. The Crow's actually been taken out actually. Where the hell did it even die actually? Where the hell did it go? Where did it go? What did it do? Damn it, I should have been paying attention to that. Ah, well, another Crow to be built up. Actually, what Zanka could also be doing is actually could be sending in a couple of Tridents along with the Crow as well, and along with basically a few other units as well, just to provide mobile anti-air supports. Looks like my puny defenders won't be able to do too much against the halberds. They'll basically be able to tank the damage pretty easily from the defenders. Just have a look actually. Okay, so when it's not firing, then it does get a little boost to its armor. So, and these guys basically weren't firing at all while my defenders were shooting at them. Which kind of sucks. These guys basically at near full health, as you can see. They're just going to fly in and destroy everything. And even without that bonus, they probably would have tanked the defender shots pretty easily anyway. Whoops. Oh, indeed, and yep, there we go. That's going to make them a little bit more. Indeed, they certainly are. No, the scallops, not scalpels. But anyway, yes, myself, what I should have actually done is I should have just terraformed this, or at least put up heavier defences, but yeah, I should have at least terraformed that. No terraforming going on anywhere, but really, some terraform here would have definitely have saved us a lot of heartache, but at the very least we do have heavier defences near Zankar's base, and the crowd's in the perfect position to drop into cluster bombs. He just needs to press D and target these halberds. Okay, not the best of cluster bomb drops. I suppose he killed some of them, but yeah, it wasn't really that particularly good control. In any case, I suppose he does manage to take him out. What the fuck? He's actually got storage as well. Wow, I guess he really is a nab by the looks of things. And a doomsday machine as well. Okay, that's a little bit of an overreaction in my opinion. In any case, we should actually be attacking. Thankfully ZZ McGee is going to be doing just that. I wouldn't be... Actually, I suppose what the hell. I suppose he could just, instead of doing attack on the move, I suppose it could just be, yeah, it could just move forward. What the hell, these guys can fire on the move just fine and dandy. Might even be able to get it with the shields. But no, Killer is too smart for that. He's just going to be retreating himself to new lines every so often, and yeah, trying to get, well, to tank as much damage as possible with his shields. I'm pretty sure the Krau's cluster bombs cannot reach underneath the waves either, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking with the boys actually. Have I actually switched from them? Oh, yeah, thank God I have, so I've finally gone over to scalps myself. Do have some anti-air here, but opponents, unfortunately, they do have a reef of their own, which is probably going to be a bit more useful than the battleship. Where the hell is it? Oh my God, what the fuck? ZZ, how many times actually am I going to say that actually? I mean, really, the stuff that my team is doing, and I suppose myself for that matter as well, is pretty shocking. We need this freaking warlord out here. We need him to scare this bloody aircraft carrier away. We definitely cannot allow this thing to keep providing fire support like this. I mean, granted, we don't have much anti-air anyway, and these Vamps, as you can see, well, there's actually quite a few of them, in fact. Oh my God. Anyway, why in God's name did ZZ keep this battleship back here? My God, man, that really would have made a massive amount of difference. It would have forced the reef to retreat at the very least, and it probably would have allowed us to keep on pushing on, actually. Despite the fact that we took quite a few losses here and there. God damn it. Indeed. My God, that was a pure wasted opportunity, and really, I think ZZ just forgot about that warlord, and by the looks of it, well, I didn't actually mention it myself, neither did my ally, what's his name, Zankar. But still, I mean, ZZ should have been paying attention to this. This thing is a massive investment. As you can see, 4,000 metal, and it wasn't even used in that battle. And now we've got 2 reeves after us. The battleship would be able to hammer them pretty easily. There we go, finally it's being sent out. Just have a look actually at his range. Okay. And, okay, a little bit less than the reefs, and probably quite a bit less than the range of these bloody drones that the reefs carry as well. But really, I mean, he'd do a great job hammering the reefs from afar and forcing them back, and finally it's coming in. But in my opinion, that was quite a wasted opportunity, though, to say the least. Indeed. A massive, massive wasted opportunity. And talk about wasting opportunities, my scallops also coming in as well, despite the fact that they don't really have anything in terms of fire supports. Finally, the warlord's here. Unfortunately, it's not in a position to go up against the reefs, and yeah, now we've got these bloody drones coming in. Scallops of mine coming in, as well as some anglers, finally. Okay, never mind. Apparently these scallops aren't doing such a bad job against the drones either. The only problem is that they'll keep on respawning for free. And there's a penetrator just waiting to one-shot these guys as well. So, opponents definitely getting a slight advantage. Now, they've had an economic advantage the majority of this game by the looks of it. And now their commander fully healed up and level 5, so advanced targeting systems of torpedoes, auto repair systems as well, so definitely going to be a pain in the ass to dispatch, especially with his long range torpedoes. So yeah, definitely going to be a pain in the ass. Managing to absorb quite a few shots from our own torpedoes, so on the shield itself, and we actually got our own reef as well, bizarrely enough. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have too much to aim for, and whoa, talk about angler spam on my behalf, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, and we got these penetrators to come in as well. I think these guys should be relatively safe. I don't think, yeah, I think the cliff is steep enough, but I'm getting my guys a little bit too close to the edge there so that these penetrators can actually aim at them. But as long as I keep them around here, I should be alright. At the same time, the reefs do have reefs, should I say, they do have the cruise missiles, and unfortunately my AA bots cannot shoot them down. And again we got bloody Zankar going AFK. What? Why is he building another warlord? I mean really, it's pretty clear that this game is not going to be influenced by freaking warlords at all, so Jesus. Some of the choices that they're making are bloody ridiculous. For God's sake, why do I have boys here when I should be terraforming the terrain? I mean really. I mean it's kind of, I don't know, looking on it in hindsight is of course a bit different to, you know, being in the heat of the moment and all that, but still. And talk about penetrator spam, we're definitely going to be penetrated on all angles by the looks of things. Have plenty of innuendo as well by the sounds of it, but anyway, oh god, and yeah, they're just going to continue pushing in, and probably, yeah, we don't really seem to have much to stop this. We have got 2 reefs, a battleship, and a second battleship coming in as well, but that's... Really, we shouldn't have 2 battleships in the first place at all. I mean, reefs, I can certainly understand how they can actually be pretty useful if you've already got an advantage, because these reefs can basically just be used to press on and destroy everything that's on land, followed up with the penetrators and maces, and commanders and such, but battleships definitely are not going to work. Definitely not going to work on this sort of terrain. Oh my god, and Zankar is building a detriment. Oh my god, and those things cannot fire... God help us, yes. Those things cannot fire at underwater targets either, and as you can see, this battle is very clearly going to be won and lost mostly underwater. Kinda sucks, but there you go. In fact, I think I might just fast forward a bit, because as you can see we've mostly got a bit of a Mexican standoff here. Penetrator is also coming in to penetrate us, but at the very least we do have our own reefs targeting them. Enemy reefs also coming in, one of them does get taken out by skin, and so do the other ones actually, so it is a bit of a... oh indeed, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good actually. So we do actually manage to take out a couple of their reefs. 2 battleships now in the fray, one of our own reefs here. Did we actually have a second reef? I can't remember. But in any case, I definitely have plenty of fighters. I might just go back to normal speed. So mostly Vamps and Avengers actually going to be whittling down a battleship, funnily enough. Probably should be going for the aircraft carriers instead, especially this one here actually. This one's already been weakened, but there we go. I suppose just going to be going after this warlord instead. And don't have anything in terms of anti-air. Not only that, they've got clear air superiority as well, so we can't really build gunships either. In fact, it looks like, yeah, Zankar completely transitioning away to that. Going to be going for the detriment, and he's going to take a bit of a while to build, and even if he does get built, he still can't fire at underwater stuff, so it's just going to be useful against... against the above ground stuff, and actually has some above water stuff, should I say. And he can't fire at underwater, should I say. Yeah, there are some above water targets here and then, above ground targets, but really this detriment is going to be useless regardless of whether it's built up or not. And let's have a look if we can turn the tide. Probably not though, it's just that we've made too many... oh, okay, indeed. Anyway, we've made far too many costly decisions when it comes to what to build and all that, and our opponents have been much smarter about what to build. And not to mention the fact that we've also been playing with an economic deficit compared to our opponents as well. I do at least have a Grizzly actually, who's... Jesus Christ, really? Who's doing a bit of damage, not much though by the looks of things. There we go, finally takes out a freaking mace. Halberd coming in probably just to... presumably just to... yeah, I think the Halberd's coming in just to scout, I think. And opponents once again being forced to retreat, but only briefly, and they're setting up strong points. As you can see, they're also setting up a behemoth, bizarre enough, not with any power, but still, let's just have a look actually. Okay, they do need more power in general basically, so it is all hooked up though. In any case, my Grizzly might actually be able to take it out before it gets any power, and in any case, yeah, down goes the enemy transmission pylon. This thing completely off the grid, so not going to be able to do too much anyway, so at least I do manage to get a bit of a victory there. Indeed. I mean really, even if we get a detriment, it's not going to make much of a difference. So opponents, as you can see, are following up in the wake of their recent conquests, and well, as you can see, yeah, just building up. My Grizzlies will be able to make a bit of a difference. I'm very fortunate actually that they don't have bombers up yet, but as you can see, they are busy building them up, as well as shadows and phoenixes as well actually, so going for a bit of a mixture. Well, why not, I guess. I'm not entirely sure how good napalm would really be in this sort of map, but we'll have a look. At least I do have plenty of anglers as well to provide a bit of anti-air support to the Grizzlies. And there we go, my... Really, man? Anyway. Yeah, I do have a couple of Grizzlies pushing through, and unfortunately, yeah, Bill, the commander of Skin 36, does manage to get out with his hide intact. Actually a recon commander, interesting. Yeah, shadows will be much better in this case. Yeah, actually a recon commander, bizarrely enough, is just going to be walking away. Grizzly is managing to take everything out here, and we should be trying to build up as quickly as possible. Not that really make that much difference. Be better than nothing. I'm still building up ducks for some reason. Okay, and down he goes. And indeed, yeah, we don't really have any chance of winning, so really there's no point really trying to hole up somewhere either. We're just going to be delaying the inevitable. At the very least, the detriment is over half done, and less than 5 minutes to go, so nah, they don't need to kill it off in either case. It's not going to be that useful. It just simply can't hit underwater targets, so even though it'll do great against anything that's above the water, it's... oh, indeed. Yeah, it'll do great against anything that's above the water. These scallops and everything else that's underwater will just whittle it down, and it'll basically won't be able to do much at all. And yeah, I do actually have... wow, okay. Yeah, indeed. Oh, they've got their own detriments being built, bizarrely enough, and it's actually almost completed, Jesus. In any case, I'm trying to attack 4th of my Grizzlies, and actually should be getting my anglers up a little bit closer. Whoops, that was a bit of a mistake on my behalf, and actually a bit of a massive mistake now that I think of it. I really should have got them up right in the midst of the Grizzlies. In any case, yeah, we actually do have plenty of aircraft for my anglers to aim at, and probably it's way too much basically. I mean, I do have a decent amount of anglers, but really against this amount of aircraft, nah, it's just too much. And now my Grizzlies are way too far forward. I should have kept them back with the anti-air support, which will probably just get whittled down by the bombers anyway, but we'll see what happens though. Got missile spam all over the place, and indeed, they should definitely be bombing my Grizzlies, although really what I should have actually done instead is I should have just gone for this island, but no, I was actually just trying to be even more greedy, going for this rear island. If I kept on going, actually I would have been able to take out these factories, well actually just this one, because I can't aim underwater either, which really sucks. And yeah, unfortunately, yeah, 2 Grizzlies down, doing a bit of damage, probably not making back cost, but at least managing to do a bit of damage. I would have been much better off just sending them over here to take out the enemy's economy there. Would have been better than nothing, but they've got 1 detriment out and a second one on the way, and wow, they're actually building out at a much greater pace as well. What about our own detriments? This guy, yeah, he's not going to be built, basically. We've got a nuclear missile silo actually being built up as well, so talk about bloody splitting, and an anti-nuke, my god man, talk about bloody splitting up build priority. Because we would have had nukes much sooner if Zankar, well, yeah, if Zankar just concentrated on building nukes instead of going for the detriment and then for nukes, and for anti-nukes at the same time. I mean really, just splitting up build priority like that, not too good. I'm pretty sure our metal is actually being shared as well, although I'm not 100% sure actually. Not that it's going to make much of a difference anyway. All these bombers are coming in, they're just going to bomb the shit out of us. We do have some anti-air It's not going to be enough though. There's just too many aircraft in here. And what the hell, at least we should have a couple of pretty explosions once these fusion reactors go off. Oh no, they're actually just focusing on the detriments, but there we go, a couple of fusion reactors going off. Whoa, setting a couple of things alight here, and oh no, those are the napalm bombers doing that. So the detriment is, yeah, he's not going to get constructed. In fact, these bombers, really, it'd be a mercy. It would be a mercy to take out the detriment at this point. In fact, what they should be doing is, they should just be going for the nuclear silo, which is still building actually, so it's not even building nukes yet actually. Was that guy actually, I think he was shooting a crane that was under construction. Yeah, apparently they can actually do that, they can shoot aircraft that are under construction. Oh, that's something to note. Oh, indeed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this thing is just not going to be ready. We did manage to thwart that air attack, but war is incoming and we just don't have the economy to stand up against them. And really, all these ridiculous purchases that we've been seeing, I mean, battleships, detriments, and then transitioning to a silencer. I mean, look at this half-finished projects. They're not going to do anything at all, to say the least, and especially with their own detriments coming in. Oh my god, what a freaking round indeed. I mean, granted, I did make quite a few mistakes myself. I mean, that was definitely a bit of a greedy push up there. I definitely needed to send up the anti-air much closer to my own Grizzlies and all that. And at the same time, I did waste some resources building buoys and ducks when I should just concentrated on scallops. But really, some of these builds that I've seen by Zankar are just ridiculous, to say the least. My god, man. Oh my god, what the hell was he thinking? Yeah, well. Okay, so it looks like everything has been given to me. So Zankar is probably going to be quitting as well. Another vote resignation, and there we go. Too bad we didn't get to see what the enemy's detriment would have done. Well, it just would have blown the crap out of us, basically. But there you go. An interesting round. It definitely goes to show that, you know, just going for those odd big purchases without properly considering their application on the battlefield is not really the way to go. So there you go. And also try to, you know, well, we needed airplanes as well. We just did several things wrong there. Still a hell of a game though, and there you go. I shall see you all next time.